Wall Street is going to be devoured by XRP. Yes, I firmly think that this is true. We'll discuss exactly what I mean by this, as well as the significance of concentrating on these kinds of cryptocurrency initiatives. What do I mean by that then? The primary focus of my attention is on utility projects that enable the most significant use cases that are being examined by major players outside of the cryptocurrency space. Which use cases are those? Tokenization and stablecoins. The two large ones. Because once more, you may concentrate on tokenization when you had stablecoins. With all of that in place, you might then concentrate on DeFi use cases. As a result, these greatly facilitate important use cases. When we consider that now, don't we? We examine a few items. First, let's consider tokenization, as there is now $180 million associated with the XRP ledger. In fact, this is beginning to grow significantly. In fact, it has increased by around 52% during the past 30 days. As we already know, the additional P ledger has a variety of tokenized assets, stablecoins, U.S. treasuries, stocks, real estate, and non-U.S. government debt. For this reason, I am closely monitoring it. In other words, we are beginning to observe that tokenized assets are just growing more rapidly in some of these networks. However, as more and more stocks will continue to rise up the chain, stocks are the primary focus of our attention. As of right now, we can observe which stocks are trading on the chain. We have Master, Tesla, Exodus, and the Real Spy. In addition, we have Apple, Google, Circle, Coin, which is Coinbase, NVIDIA, and CSPX. This is all on-chain already. Stocks are beginning to become heavily tokenized. This, in my opinion, needs to be the main focus. We also have index funds that are moving along the chain. Guys, this is the beginning of one of the biggest financial revolutions, which is crazy to think about. Additionally, Bitwise's CIO Bat Hogan provided us with an update. The three primary investment opportunities that Atkins sees emerging from his Project Crypto speech are as follows. Layer 1s that enable stable currencies and tokenization Ethereum. Atkins is no stranger to crypto bullishness, but his level of optimism surprised me. Coinbase, Robinhood, Solana, ADA, XRP, Avalanche, APT, Sui, Near, and other amazing applications that combine crypto and traditional assets. DeFi applications such as Aave and Uniswap. Guys, we're beginning to witness a massive uptake of cryptocurrency technology. This is the complete breakdown. The most optimistic article I've ever read about cryptocurrency wasn't posted on Twitter by a Yahoo user. It was written by the SEC chairman. SEC Chairman Paul Atkins spoke last week at the America First Policy Institute on the topic of American leadership in the digital finance of revolution. Go read it right now. Go read it, I promise. It serves as a guide for investing for the upcoming 5 years. The chairman outlines his outlook for the future of financial markets in the address. It all revolves around public blockchains like Ethereum, spoiler alert. He contends that eventually all assets, stocks, money, etc. will be transferred over open blockchains. Our future will be significantly impacted by decentralized finance. Blockchain technology and cryptocurrency assets can produce innovative new company concepts. A hostile regulatory environment has been the main factor preventing us from implementing this transformation, and it has now completely changed. All of this makes it very bullish to concentrate on. In fact, this spurs the expansion of these kinds of networks. One of them is XRP. It all comes down to tokenization, though. Recently, Ripple published a piece about tokenization, claimed that tokenization is changing global finance and is not just a fad. Here are some examples of how RWAs are progressing: agricultural receivables spreading rural access in Latin America, treasuries and money market funds in the USA and EU, and secure institutional-grade custody across regions. Southeast Asian trade, finance, and structured financing. Tokenization of real estate on the XRP ledger with the control, alt, and land departments. Discover how custody is at the core of the global tokenization boom by looking into more tokenization use cases. We do have a thorough analysis of these kinds of use cases in here. They even claim that putting traditional assets on the chain, from gold and treasuries to real estate and stocks, is democratizing access, boosting transparency, and opening up liquidity to markets that were previously exclusive. Although the expansion of tokenized products and pilots frequently makes headlines, a crucial aspect of this shift receives far less attention. Secure institutional-grade custody solutions and digital asset custody are what make the tokenization concept scalable and reliable. Tokenization and cryptocurrency custody services are working together to usher in a completely new era of finance. And with XRP at the core, Ripple is achieving precisely that. This is a global tokenization wave. Key financial markets are seeing an increase in RWA tokenization, with each region meeting its own needs. Money market funds and tokenized treasuries in North America and Europe are assisting companies in managing returns and liquidity. To improve capital market efficiency, DZ Bank, for instance, has introduced a digital custody service for cryptocurrency assets, such as tokenized bonds. We just discussed a few of these in Latin America, right? These are the primary ones that we are genuinely examining. However, according to current projections, the total value of tokenized real-world assets is expected to approach $19 trillion by 2033, and tokenized client assets like as stocks and real estate alone may surpass $3.7 trillion and $2 trillion, respectively. This change isn't occurring alone. It represents the shift in traditional institutions' perspectives, the increasing clarity of regulations, the significance of robust security measures, and the emergence of stablecoins as an easily accessible gateway to the ecosystem of digital assets. I hope this video was enjoyable to all of you. Since my stuff is free, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. To learn more, join the free Discord description below and follow me on Twitter. Having said that, folks, keep an eye on things. Goodbye.